Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, where everything you're about to hear and see has been done in one take. I'm your host, the One Take Man, and welcome once again to Courage the Cowardly Dog Month. An entire month dedicated to making Courage the Cowardly Dog content. I've already done this in the previous 2 years, so I think you're well acquainted with the idea behind it. And so instead of wasting too much time explaining, I'll instead go right into the meat of this video, which is what would the DLC for a Courage the Cowardly Dog video game look like? I've already talked about the base game in the last Courage the Cowardly Dog month video I made, so I won't go too deeply into that. Uh, Instead I'll just talk about the DLC in in broad strokes, referring to the base game whenever it is relevant. And unlike that video, this one will be entirely off the cuff. I've had an entire year to think about it, so hopefully hopefully that'll show. Anyway, the basic outline behind the DLC's narrative is that it takes place a few weeks or maybe a few months after the ending of the video game, where where after nowhere has been the city of nowhere has been conquered and has seen a lot of damage. It is now currently in the process of rebuilding. Muriel and Courage are actively helping. Muriel getting involved with a lot of culinary or in general food management activities. Courage doing a whole bunch of odd jobs, and Eustace is in under house arrest. Really, his really to him it really makes less of a difference. Except instead of his wife cooking for him, he gets his meals from from uh, whatever driver the city sends out. And I think that for the start of this game, it should be Courage who gives him the who gives him his food for the day, and he tries to be all smiling and trying, and Courage tries to be all a little bit at least somewhat polite in order to coax him back to the light, so to speak. But uh, Eustace only responds with "You're late," and throws throws the pots of the previous days and the previous day's food right at Courage, also calling him a stupid dog as he gets his most recent meal. And anyway, as Courage goes back to the city, he finds that the city itself is attacked again by some weirdly shaped robots. Maybe duck shaped robots. And he tries fighting them off or contending against them somehow. And as he does so, they all retreat underground. He makes the decision to go after them underground, and finds out that there is a sizable layer for these robots, and actually learns that they are not actually acting independently. They have they have something else, someone else pulling the strings. As he is trying to uncover who, however, the robots find him and attack him. He's able to counter them, at least initially, but eventually he gets swamped and captured and brought to their leaders, who end up being uh, Le Quack and Cats. Yeah, the big absences from the base game are instead here, trying to pick the bones of the city and install themselves as the leaders. They greet him with the usual disdain, with Lacroix going, "Oh, it is a little doggy again," and then Katz goes, "Well, welcome to our lair. We would like to thank you for your assistance in freeing up the city for us. However, now your services are no longer necessary. Take him away." And Courage gets taken away into into some dungeon that their facility has. Don't ask why their facility has a dungeon; it just has. Okay. Nevertheless, he finds a way out, manages to, fight his way through through the robots and through the facility itself. And he finds that the facility actually is split into three sections: a common section where they, where the plans that Katz and Lacroix have put together um, are being implemented, and then there is a section, and then there is the Katz section and the Lacroix section, each of which reflects their personalities. Lacroix section is is very technical, very industrialized, very focused upon finding and developing various technological solutions or technological implements through which he can carry out his plans. And then Kat's section is just just like a very luxurious, very decadent, but still nevertheless very stylish. In that way, really complementing his more his more aloof but still deadly nature. And obviously the DLC would end with would have to deal with Courage fighting both of them. And when it comes to the bosses, I'm actually thinking that they're to the boss fights. I'm actually thinking that the boss fights should in some way complement who these characters are. And to that extent, I think the Cat's boss fight should feature a one-on-one matchup, between Courage and Katz in any given sport, which requires some amount of equipment. I'm thinking volleyball, fencing, and a secret third sport I haven't really figured out yet. The important thing, however, is that Courage cannot win this matchup, or at least not directly, because that's basically Cat's whole thing, that he is more skilled than Courage when it comes to stuff like this. And in fact, the only time that Katz directly challenged Courage and lost was in Ball of Revenge, which not really not exactly ringing endorsement. What should Courage and implicitly the player character do instead? Cheat, i.e., tear the arena down, and then find a way to use the actual features of the arena to knock Katz out. That's how that boss fight would go. The Lacroix boss fight, I think, would be about Lacroix trying to fight Courage within with a giant basically duck mecha that that he would pilot in order to try to destroy Courage. And the and the aim of the boss fight is basically to tear down basically to tear down this mecha, tear it down in such a way that Lacroix actually falls into the trap that he set up for Courage, because I like me a good karmic defeat. The canonical order in which these bosses are taken out is Katz first, and then Lacroix, because in my mind, Courage could then use some of the equipment that he scrounges off cats in order to fight Lequack. But he doesn't really, but it doesn't really have to. And I think I think it should be possible for the players to fight, to fight these bosses in any order they choose. I do have to add one caveat when it comes to the when it comes to how exactly these boss fights would go, because I actually think that it would be okay if Courage loses the first fight, because because he could still be able to escape and then go and fight the second boss. And then once he defeats the second boss, he can use Courage. Once Courage fights the second boss and wins, you can then go back to the first boss and try to fight him again. If, however, the first boss defeats him again, then that will lead to one of the potential endings of this DLC, where Courage simply gets exiled. If Courage fights if Courage loses both of his his fights against both bosses, well, then that's the worst ending. He just gets captured and transformed into, I don't know, some kind of statue, maybe, to to celebrate their triumph over him and their conquest of the city. If, however, Courage manages to defeat the first boss but not the second, I think the ending should instead be that the people of Nowhere rally to defeat the villain, which in that case would lead to a good ending, but not the best. The best ending is the one where Courage defeats both bosses first try, and and gets some kind of maybe get some kind of special award for for bravery, for courage, because why not? If and again, this is the one where he beats for both bosses first try. If, however, he struggles to be, if however he has to if however he only manages to beat the first boss he tries on the second attempt, then that will lead to the second best ending, where he still gets maybe the the key to the city and a new home for himself and Muriel. He would also get that in the best ending, plus that plus that award. And yeah, that's basically my that's basically my take on what this game would entail from a narrative perspective. Gameplay, I don't think I really mentioned that in the in the video on the base game, but I basically imagine it being like Banjo-Kazooie, or in general like a 3D platformer. I think that would allow the player the highest degree of immersion and control in terms of handling everything that the game could throw at them. And yeah, that's basically all I had to say for this for the sake of this video. I'm gonna stop now before I go any further. I hope you like my suggestion for what the DLC would look like. If you did, well then please like the video, maybe even share it wherever you think other people will also like the video. If there is anything you'd like to add, either to the idea itself or to how I would choose to implement it, well then that's what the comment section is for. And if you want to see when my next video gets released, well then please subscribe. And ideally also ring the bell or do whatever else YouTube will ask of you in order to keep you notified. I also have a main channel where I talk about books and literature. A link to that is in the description down below, right past my social media links, which I also suggest you check out should you choose to. If you're not really interested in my takes on books or literature, then I suggest you stay on this channel and go through my takes on basically whatever comes to mind, really. So yeah, this is very much this is very much the channel where I have like structured ramblings such as the one you've just witnessed. If that doesn't interest you either, then I suggest you go ahead and do whatever you want with the rest of your day, because it is your day after all. Anyway, that was it for me. Until next time, I have been the One Take Man.